Welcome back to Car Tech Unlocked. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic supercars of the modern era, the Lamborghini Aventador, and exploring why this V12 masterpiece continues to capture hearts and dominate roads around the world. In this review, we'll look at its engine, its design, driving dynamics, interior, performance, and whether it still stands as the benchmark for those who want raw power and drama in their driving experience. Let's begin under the hood. The Aventador is powered by a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 engine, a true beast that doesn't rely on turbos. Depending on the variant, S, SVJ, and the latest Ultimate editions, it delivers between about 730 to 770 horsepower and torque figures in the neighborhood of 690 to 720 Nm. That power is sent to all four wheels via Lamborghini's ISR 7-speed automated manual transmission, which, while not as smooth as a dual clutch in changes, gives that visceral, high-engagement feel every time you shift. The sound, of course, is part of the experience. The V12 wails at high revs, crackles at downshift, and offers an intoxicating symphony that few engines can match. Now to design and aerodynamics. The Aventador's styling is aggressive in every angle. Sharp, angular lines, a low nose, large hexagonal air intakes, forged aero components, rear wing or active spoiler depending on the trim, a diffuser that seems sculpted for wind tunnels, and of course the scissor doors that make Lamborghini not just a badge, but a spectacle. The build uses carbon fiber monocoque to keep stiffness high and weight relatively lower for its class, which helps its handling and responsiveness. The latest versions refine these elements, using more efficient aero, better cooling, and more aggressive styling cues without losing the Aventador's unmistakable profile. Performance numbers are mind-blowing. The Aventador launches from 0 to 100 km per hour in about 2.8 to 2.9 seconds, in its most potent trims, and top speed reaches about 350 km per hour. But what makes it more than just stats is how it gets there. The handling sensations are raw but planted. You feel the steering feedback, the rear chassis working, the all-wheel drive giving traction at launch, and the suspension setup allowing for both brutal cornering and, surprisingly, grand touring comfort, when you choose lighter settings. Inside, Lamborghini mixes luxury and performance in just the right blend. The cockpit is low, the steering wheel thick-rimmed, sometimes Alcantara trimmed, other times stitched with leather. There are premium materials, carbon fiber details, LED lighting, a customizable digital cluster that changes depending on driving mode, strata, sport, Corsa, Ego, climate control, and sound insulation, though not perfect, as the V12 roar always finds its way in, which many consider part of the charm. Visibility is limited, rear seat is non-existent, luggage space is minimal. This is a supercar first. Of course, there are trade-offs. The Aventador drinks fuel heavily, maintenance is expensive, insurance and running costs are high, and in daily use it can feel big, loud, and impractical. But for buyers who want raw performance, presence, exclusivity, and the visceral thrill of a naturally aspirated V12, these are acceptable compromises. In conclusion, the Aventador remains one of the ultimate expressions of what a supercar can be: wild power, dramatic design, emotional driving, and engineering bravado. For many, nothing else quite delivers the V12 experience the way the Aventador does. It might be nearing the end of its era, but it holds its legacy with pride. If you want a car that makes you feel alive every time you fire it up, the Aventador still stands at the top. Thanks for watching this full review of the Aventador here on Car Tech Unlocked. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Which Aventador trim would you go for, S, SVJ, or Ultimate? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss our next supercar deep dive.